Going to be a key, excuse me, Cliff, that this match is best of 5. It was going to test the endurance of Blake, because you see Federer is able to get in control a lot of the points. Obviously, Blake's going to take his shots when he gets them, but he's going to have to do a lot of running to stay with Federer.
You think best of 5 helps Federer?
I do. Only because he's got more experience playing those longer matches, pacing himself than Blake does at this point. Yep, but Blake's got the early advantage.
With a break, Blake leads 2-1 first set. Pacific Life are such great sponsors of this and other sporting events, and welcome them to their family of tennis sponsors. 2-1. Blake leading with a break in the first set against Roger Federer, the world's top player. For those of you who are not familiar with the Blake story, let's just repeat it once more. In 2004, in May of that year, he ran into a net post in Rome, suffered a fractured vertebrae in his neck. In the summer, he contracted zoster, which affects hearing and vision and caused temporary paralysis on one side of his face. About that time, his dad died of cancer at 57. James said that there was a question about whether he would ever be able to come back. So he said that his thoughts were just on getting better. When he couldn't move half of his face, he said he was just happy when he could smile and walk around again. But then Pimac, he said this not long ago: people can be much more dangerous when you give them a second chance. And he said, I don't feel like I've hit my plateau yet. That's sort of interesting, because he feels like this is a second chance.
Oh, look at that forehand. I guess he's come out not real tight about the fact it's his first Masters Series final. He is on fire early. There's a reason why. He's won 4 titles in his last 11 tournaments.
To 1, Blake maintains the lead. Here's James talking about, did he ever think he'd get back in the top 10 or into the top 10?
I haven't really thought about that. I thought about just continuing to get better, and that's what I try to do. And I never expected to get this far. I never really counted on anything like this happening, because I know injuries can happen, bad draws can happen, just a lack of confidence can happen, just anything can happen. So for me to get where I am, it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of things going right, and a little bit of luck at times, luck not being injured and things like that. So I'm just happy to keep playing this well, and I want to keep improving. And if the ranking comes, it comes. If it doesn't, I'm still proud of how hard I've worked and what I've done to get this far.
Missed overhead from Federer, and it's love 15 at 1-3.
Blake is just taking it to Federer right now. Every shot with purpose. He's got Federer on his heels.
Like he had Nadal on his heels last night.
You know one thing, Cliff, the wheels are turning in the mind of Roger Federer right now. He's the best in the business at sussing out his opponents, figuring out what he needs to do, get in control. Blake looks to attack here again on the second serve.
Break points for 4-1.
Blake has been deadly all tournament long on attacking his opponent's second serve. More of the same today.
Federer is going to figure out that it's not good enough just to thrust and parry with Blake. You're going to have to take it to Blake. He is so explosive. He's up 4-1 now, 2 breaks in the first set.
Just long way to go. It's not a bad start, though.
Get the feeling he's trying to just hold it in just a touch over there. Yeah. Get 2 out of themselves. Realizing that this is best of 5 sets. We should remind everyone of that. Thomas Blake reminding himself of that. Talk about coming out into a championship match with some authority, though. Wow. Federer, remember, has that ability both to play offense, which he hasn't really been able to do much today because of Blake, but also play defense. And at least work his way into a match and then start to find that offensive punch. He did that in Australia a couple of times, including in the final against Baghdadis when he lost the first set. He's down a break in the second. He's got a chance to get 1 break back here.
Federer breaks back, but he's down 2 breaks, so it's 4-2 with Federer to serve. Remember that great match that Federer played at the Australian last year, not this year, when he lost to Safin semi-final. Here, what he said afterwards, he said, the blister on my foot was so bad, I doubt I would have even been able to play the final anyway. But he wasn't making an excuse. What he did say was, the more success you have, the easier it is to deal with defeat.
Oof. That's a big shot there from Federer. That's the best forehand he's hit. You hear Blake say, too good.
Federer has not had to deal with defeat much. Only 4 times last year, and once so far this year.
To Nadal in the final of Dubai 2 weeks ago. This is kind of, you come up with all these amazing stats. He hasn't lost back-to-back in tournaments. That's scary. Since '94. Lost to Herbati in Cincinnati. 2004, excuse me. Lost to Thomas Berdych at the